Hey everybody, this is Josh at Soap Creek Armory, just bringing to you another video today. Today I'm really not talking to you about a gun that I've got for sale. I want to bring to you a different kind of video. Saw one of the customers last night and they said, "Hey Josh, when are you going to make another speech?" And I knew they were talking about a video, so I thought, this would be a good time to bring to you a video about not a rifle for sale, but a rifle of mine. And so I put on my tactical overalls, my operator bibs, and decided we'd do a video about my new Squirrel rifle. A lot of you guys are big hunters, and I've hunted, but honestly, other than just plinking around and shooting and some target shooting and stuff, my favorite hunting is squirrel hunting. I love squirrel hunting. I like watching squirrels. I like calling squirrels. I like listening to them, and I like hunting them. I like to see the limb chickens fall out of the tree and plop on the ground, and people call them the chicken of the trees and all that, but it's a lot of fun, and I like to eat them. And so squirrel hunting is just, I get a joy out of it and chasing them around and such. But I've never hunted with, squirrel hunted with an optic before, and I've got a lot of nicer old 22 rifles, and a lot of them are blued and have nice old walnut on them, and you get out in the rain and the elements and such, and so I wanted to take a rifle and put something together, nothing fancy, just build something that I could take out in the elements if I needed to, and while I was at it, add a few things to it that I wanted to try. And so this is just a Ruger 1022 with a factory hammer forged target barrel, which is a really good barrel right out of the box, really accurate barrel for something that you just get out of the box. And I took the wood laminate stock off because I didn't want it to get wet, and I put on this Hogue rubber stock, and I got the red lava. I thought that was kind of a cool look. And so anyway, I put a Redfield, kind of an overkill for a scope, but I put a Redfield 4-12 by 50 on it. I know, we'll probably keep it around the 4-6 power. But it is a 50 millimeter objective that helps with the light. It's not a 30 millimeter, it's just a 1-inch tube, but that will help with the light some. And you'll notice here the rail that I put on it. This is not the standard length scope rail that you would see that comes with the Ruger 1022 that fits the length of the receiver. Some of the aftermarket too, even if they're a Picatinny, they're only the length of the receiver. You might call this a cantilever, kind of a forward mount. You want to keep that scope as low as you can, minimal distance there, but you also want to keep that scope as far forward as you can. A lot of people mount their scopes way too far back. That's just not the best. You want a turkey neck and cheek weld when you are lining up on the reticle, and so you want to keep that mounted as far forward as you can. Along with that, of course, this stock didn't come with this adjustable cheek rest, but I put that on there, and that's something that you ought to take advantage of if you're putting an optic on anything. You want to make sure that you get that cheek as high as you can, so that when you rest your cheek there on the rest, that reticle is nice and clear, and you don't have to hold it up, because you're going to have an inconsistent cheek rest and just more movement, and you're not going to be on target near as quick. And so anyway, that's something I added on there. Probably, though, one of the best improvements, other than having the scope far enough forward and the cheek rest, would be the Kid two-stage trigger. It does have a Kid extended bolt, but it also has the spring in it, so that is something that is important. But this has the Kid trigger group, and they've got a couple of different trigger groups, a single stage, a two-stage. This is a two-stage, and you get to pick your poundage, so I've got a 2-pound. It's basically the first stage is 1 pound, and the second stage is 2 pounds, or 1 pound, so you get 2 pounds total. And so you have a little bit of take up on that first stage, and then just minimal movement, breaks nice and clean. It's not dangerous or anything like that. Also, it comes with the extended magazine release and the auto bolt stop, auto bolt release, which you can modify the original ones, but this one comes with one in it. Now, if you pull out that trigger group, it's not the same trigger group as what you find in 1022. I've modified factory Ruger 1022 components there in the trigger group and such, and you can make them quite a bit better than the factory, and even better than that aftermarket, trigger grip that they sell is supposed to be better, but it's really not that great. This one is really nice, and it's a totally different critter. You look at the skeletonized view of the Kid 2 stage, and it's all different components. It's a straight pull back, not pivoted. It's a really neat unit. And so anyway, if you're interested in looking at some of these options for your rifle, getting it set up like this, or just any questions about this at all, let me know, and we can help point you in the right direction. So thanks a lot. Come by and see us sometime.